What's going on, YouTube? It's me once again, Roop Loop here for another day of the free-to-play Road to Mythic. And this today, our goal is to play 25 blue or white spells, and we're going to be using the pre-constructed deck that Arena provides everyone, that everyone can unlock as they going about their daily quests or so when they first start out the game. So this blue-white deck is what I would call a little bit of a tempo deck. So with the other deck, we had more of aggressive deck. It was a lot of creatures, a lot of burn spells, mostly wanting to go to face, couple of ramp spells to get bigger creatures, bigger threats out faster. This one is going to be looking to do very similar. It has a very low mana curve, as you see. 2, 3, 4 are the highest spots. It's looking to get creatures out and protect those creatures, keep them on the field, while also disrupting the board for the other player. With using counter spells, some removal with Portable Hole, Expel, Skyclave Apparition. All these cards are used to take creatures off the battlefield, take your opponent's creatures off the battlefield, whereas keeping your threats, usually you want, with a tempo deck, a lot of threats will have evasion, usually with flying or death touch or some other forms of the creature being able to get in for damage over top of your opponent if they are able to put cards down. So with this deck, I'm surprised it's not nearly enough counter magic or anything to work. I mean, this is one of the pre-constructed decks. They're not exactly top tier decks. This one I think is lower end as far as the decks that MTG Arena will give you to start out with. So we're gonna just play a few games, try and get our wins of the day if we can get some wins. If not, at least play those 25 blue and white cards to get the next deck unlocked, and we can move on to the next day. So that being said, as you can see, I did purchase the 2 starter bundles that I mentioned are a good idea to pick up if you're just starting out in Magic Gathering Arena. It gives you 6,000 gems, and we're going to use those gems not to buy packs, but we're going to be using those into draft later. But we're going to wait till we get all of these decks unlocked. That way we can have a fully fledged collection, open up all the packs that we got from the free codes, and we also, one of the starter bundles comes with some extra packs too. So we're going to wait to open all those up after we get all the decks unlocked. That way we have a full collection and we can start building a standard deck that we might start playing with. But for now, we're going to stick with these starter decks and we're going to play a little Sky Patrol. So, like I said, it's important to play these games and to look at the options you have. This might help you figure out what kind of standard deck you might want to play. More aggressive, more control-y. I usually lead towards more of a control style play style, but for this series I'll probably end up with more of an aggressive. This is a decent and like a little bit higher mana curve, but I think we keep this. We got a turn 1, turn 2, maybe we can draw into turn 3 play. I would always recommend people starting out in Magic the Gathering to play aggressive decks. They are a little bit more straightforward than control decks. You're able to make, I would say, more mistakes with an aggressive deck than you are with a control deck. If you don't counter a spell at the right time with a control deck, or don't remove a creature at the right time, you definitely get punished for it a lot more than control decks than you do aggressive decks. So aggressive decks, you're mostly just trying to put creatures on the board, and will allow us to foretell something. I think we get this down first. Then we can foretell the Raven next turn. And anyways, I know I'm not going over a lot of the mechanics of the game. Um, there are videos out there on YouTube to kind of give you a better idea of on how to play the game a little bit more efficient than I do. So let's tap you, or tell, and let's get this fletchling out. If you ever are curious about any type of mechanics or what the cards do, I can get a little bit more in depth to them, telling you the reasons why I'm playing what card right now. I wanted to make this a little bit cheaper. We didn't really have a good 3-mana play other than playing Stonebiter's Familiar and the Fierce Fetching, which I don't think is a good match. But now we got this on the board with the landfall mechanic. This is going to get flying, and I'll be able to hit in a little bit better with it. And we'll also be able to get the Raven out on the board. So we're going to drop our land, get this flying. Going to go next, put an attack in, get a free 2 damage, and then I think we want to foretell this. And drop this. And we might as well play this completely out. Go empty-handed. So just try and develop a larger board presence. They're more than likely are not going to have any sweepers to clear us out. Now when I say sweeper, that's a card that says destroy all creatures on the battlefield or something of that nature. What are you playing? Okay. So I'm fine with that. Just so I think I want to go boom, boom. Bounce you. And oh, I can't defend. Now we still have a counter magic to come up. Ideally, I'd like to hit something with 4 or 5 mana on it, so hopefully he attacks, drops a mana, and tries to play a 5 mana costing card to counter spell with this Saw coming. And try and keep a good tempo up. There we go, come on. Gonna attack, or are you gonna play a card? I mean, 3 mana does take up most of his damage. Let's... Oh, he gave up before I'm able to play it. But I was probably going to counter that. Then he wouldn't have any blockers. At most he could have got 2 more damage. We would have hit in for another... I think we were hitting for 6 at that point. So that worked out. They didn't have the best draws. We were able to get a lot of board presence in. We were able to disrupt them enough to pull ahead. And that's what tempo decks are trying to do. They're not necessarily trying to do what a counter deck is. So as I explained, there's 2 edges of the scale. You have... don't like not being able to play on turn. So we'll just keep this, but not super excited about it. Anyways, as I was saying, two ends of the scale. You have aggressive decks that are trying to win fast, trying to get cheap creatures out on the battlefield as quick as possible and bring your health down to 20 as quickly as possible. Control decks are slower. They're playing a more defensive game. They're trying to keep things off the board to allow you... this is a bit slow, but we'll keep it up. Control decks are trying to keep the opponent from winning the game until they can have enough mana usually to take over the game completely and then play their big threats at the end of the game to close out and win the game. So where tempo decks, I usually, there's also tempo and mid-range. And the way I usually explain that is a tempo deck is a controlling aggressive deck. So it's playing a lot of low mana costed cards. Oh, I misplayed that hardcore. Let's just foretell this for now. I should have played. Oh no, that didn't matter. Oh, I've misplayed this so badly. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so tempo decks are more controlling aggressive deck. They're still playing low-costed creatures, but they also have some removal aspects, some control aspects of keeping the creatures off of the opponent's board, allowing them to swing in harder. So I think we do both of these this turn. Kind of screwed that up. No. Could have gotten in for 2 points of damage right there, but that's fine. Portable Hole, I think, only works with mana value 2 or less, so that's not gonna a situation. Ideally, this is the part of the game where I'd have 2 or 3 creatures with a tempo deck, while leaving mana up for counter spells to kind of keep my opponent from playing or being able to get large creatures out of the board. So I think we got to take this 8. We're not going to win that race if we do. God, I wish I had a. I think we grab next. So we're off to a bad start with this one. This is the red-green aggressive deck. They haven't been able to play very many creatures, but the creatures they have been putting in are very strong. He kind of messed that up. He should have dropped the Bushfire Elemental before playing the land. That would have pumped up both the Mammoth and the Elemental. No, I'm not. Oh, back tactics. So whenever this creature attacks with total power of 6 with the other creatures are attacking, gives an extra +1/+0 to the end of the turn to every creature. That's pretty good aggressive swing. So this would get pack tactics. And no blocks. We're in a tight spot. We can luckily portable hole. Can foretell this. And let's see here. It's gonna get +1. Can we afford another? No. Gotta end turn. That Mammoth is really strong. We need some sort of bounce or remove spell for it, and might have to lock in. Like to draw a card with this Vega. Don't know if that's gonna be possible. That just goes that. Excellent. I don't know why he's not swinging with everything. Yeah. So I'm gonna trade that out. But I'm afraid we don't have an answer for this Mammoth pretty soon. It's gonna be bad. Bad news bears. I think we foretell this. It's not going to give me an opportunity to really use that and draw another card. We basically got to survive now, so let's just get this on the board. No attacks. And we're going to have to double block into this. We might be able to take recontrol of this game, but it's going to be difficult. Hopefully he plays a card. Ah, shit. Oh. Well, that's pointless then. Still take 2 damage, and he survives. Removal. No removal. If he hits a land dropper, bit of a problem. Might be able to survive one more turn. No, it doesn't have trample. We have a couple of exile effects, but we're in trouble now. We're in just survival mode. We could bounce it and then saw it coming back on the way down. I think we got ourselves a chance, but I don't know why he's stopped doing anything. We disconnect? I think so. Showing disconnection issues. We're not roping out. I don't know if I might have just disconnected from Reno. Something's going down. He put in an attack command and alright, is he roping out? Is he a little salty that he hasn't won yet? Could have killed me with that Evolving Wilds. I didn't even realize he had that on the field. So we need a bounce spell or another creature to stay alive for another turn. Hopefully he doesn't draw land or realize that he has. Oof. We're just dead. Yeah, good game. Actually. There's nothing we could do there at that point. We needed a way to get rid of that creature, and we didn't. We get a land on the last draw. How are we doing? Oh, not bad. Over halfway there, and 2 games in. Might only be a 3-game video today, which is fine. I hear the algorithm likes shorter videos, and we're always 18 minutes for this one. But anyways, I never explained mid-range. Mid-range is the other flip of a tempo deck. It's a more aggressive control deck. And we play this. It'd be nice if we had untapped white mana source. That'd be a great curve. I think we'd still have to keep it though. Yep. Not a bad idea to keep. That blocks more efficiently than the Fierce Fledging. There we go. So now we can at least block their 1/1. We need to draw a land. It's going to be very upsetting if we... Right. Yep. We are in trouble. Well, he's definitely aggressive, so we keep on putting out creatures that have high toughness. Alright. I don't think... Because Spellbinder will grab something from their hand. Exile non-land. Or do I want... I think I want something a bit larger. Let's do this. Let's go do foretell you. Spellbinder's Ward. And no tax. Now we can drop this to grow. Yep. No attack. We are in a tough spot once again. I think we do that. No attacks. Gonna hit us for another 2 damage. I think at that point we're good. Continuing on. Wait. Oh, I thought I. Whoops. Well, I messed up everything. That. I think we gotta get this out. 4-4. Oh, we can do this. Do this. This. And let's no tax. It's gonna eat the Raven, but that's not a huge deal. It's gonna probably pump that up a little bit. But has first strike. Excellent. So what gets us the win here? God, that only lasts one turn. Last one. Really need a bounce spell or something. Gonna get in for hot. Foretell, no we can't. Can't let it. No tax, end turn. I'm not dead. Still not alive yet, though. No attacks. It's gonna hit me for 2 damage. What? Oh, I thought that had flying. I didn't read the card well enough. I thought that had flying. I could survive 1 more turn. No such luck. Yeah, this deck does not have enough interaction in it whatsoever. I think it only has like 3 counter spells, and I think it only has like 3 counter spells and something. Let's see, we got 3 Sought Comings, 2 bounce spells, 1 removal, 3 rough removal, 3 card draw. Yeah. That's not nearly enough counter spells. Yeah. So, not the strongest deck in the world. Red-black deck is actually a very fun deck to play. I'll take a quick sneak peek and we can kind of explain it a little bit. It's all about sacrificing your own creatures or artifacts, because Goldspan Dragon, which is a great card by the way, creates a artifact token called Treasure Token, which gives you 1 mana of any color. Well, with Goldspan on the board, it actually gives you 2 mana of any color. So when it comes in, when Goldspan Dragon comes in, it creates a treasure, and then every time it attacks, which it has flying and haste, so every time it attacks, you're basically getting 2 treasure tokens right off the bat, and that's 4 mana, which opens up the board for a lot of things. Aka's Prince of Death, Innistrad Predator, very strong. There is a top tier deck that's red and black and has a lot of these pieces in it. Has a few more premium things. Most of these are budget decks is what they would be called. They use a lot of commons and uncommons, a couple of rares and mythic rares in to kind of give it a little bit of strength. When you're building your collection, you're going to find that when you try and build your first deck, like net decking, you're going to be seeing most of the decks have 30 to 40 rares, rare and rare mythic cards in them. They're just stronger cards. You want the best cards in your deck to do the most. A lot of times you'll barely have any common cards in the deck at all, except for this one. Like, it's Deadly Dispute. That's a common card, but it's very strong with this type of deck. Especially in the lands. Whenever you're dealing with multiple colors, mana colors in a deck, you want to have these dual lands, and they're always rare. And it's a good thing because it helps you fix your mana. It helps you get the right color of mana you need on the board at the right time. Most decks run usually about 24 lands, and with dual colors, in most of the sets, each set will pretty much have a dual colored land of a rare type to help you smooth out your mana, make it a lot easier to play these decks, make it a lot easier to play the cards you need to play at the right time to win a game of Magic. Anyways, I think that is it for tonight. We unlocked our next deck. I'm probably going to play a little bit just to get some more first wins of the day. But I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.